He's gone. Hello, my name's Damien and I'm the Truck and Football Manager. Welcome back to the Green Army, and yes, he's gone. Robbie Mullen, with a determined bid to be the Emma Watson of this series, if you're new, that's going to sound weird, has gone. He has turned down the mighty lights of the Kassam Stadium of Oxford United and instead made the slightly odd choice to choose Borussia Dortmund instead. We get no sell-on, unfortunately. Wrong guy. He is gone £250,000. It's not ideal. I mean, straight away, look, he's loan listed. I'm tempted to bring him back. In fact, having said all of that, ping, you want 10 and a quarter grand a week. And 68 grand a month. I'm less tempted now than I was to bring him back. I mean, that's staggering. He's been paid 10 and a quarter grand a week. No wonder he wanted to leave. We will keep a close eye on him. In fact, where's the button with the picture of the scouting on it? I've forgotten how to shortlist somebody. That's staggering, isn't it? I just don't usually use the shortlist function. I usually just go out and buy him. Yeah, he's a good left back. Don't get me wrong. He's now training at Borussia Dortmund. He's going to get there. So, fair play. 3.6 to 6.6 million pounds. Disgusting, isn't it? And the thing is, like I said, there's no way we could have got more than 250 grand for him. I mean, like, maybe 300, but not a meaningful amount of money more. And yet, as soon as he signs for Borussia Dortmund, he's worth 6 million quid. Blah. Hashtag against modern football. Anyway, that's pretty much it in terms of stuff that has happened. As you can see, transfer history. Archie Mayer has confirmed he's coming as a free transfer. He's now registered in the squad. He thinks he's the backup. I would argue he's comfortably better than Banda. But the funny thing is, the way the system's thinking is that Archie Mayer is the backup and therefore should be the cup goalkeeper and therefore is playing in Europe. Okay, I'm okay with that because Banda's going to have to play the club games. A quick look through the squad's homegrown status. Sleepy. So we're not doing nearly as badly as we were. It has to be said. As much as we've lost Robbie Mullen, and that's a pain in the parts. Hernandez, Ronan, Olivero, Caetano, Boxall, Banda, Williams, Beckwith, Burns, Borje, and McGrewer are all trained at club. Or nation. Or something. We'll get Stewart next summer. But if we look at that, okay, Hernandez, not exactly super regular. Ronan probably will be when the league season comes around. Olivero, again, a league player, not bad. He's just not good enough for Europe. Caetano will float around. Boxall has looked good in the couple of appearances he's had. Banda will be the home goalkeeper. And then you've got Williams and McGrewer up front. Beckwith at right back if no one poaches him in the next month and a half. Borje off the bench. Simon Burns, we're going to do a number on. We're going to try and turn him into a real footballer. He's got a chance. It's not a particularly high chance, but it is a chance. I think I said this last time, there's half a footballer in there. Like, passing technique, first touch, gorgeous. Like, for a 16-year-old kid, those numbers are scary. But there's a lot missing. There's a lot missing. And, well, with that determination, will he ever get it? Well, we'll work that out, won't we? Fixtures-wise, we don't know yet what happened. Do we know what yet? Yeah, well, of course we know what happened. Hold the line, caller. Lincoln. Lincoln will be only club with a chance. I'm tripping over my words, aren't I? No, Link. That's a footballer. That's the one in England. That's the one we want. Schedule, senior squad. They beat Torpedo Vodino 2-1, and they're playing UTA Arad. No idea. Romania. There you go. I knew that. They are playing Romania. No, we're not playing as Romania. That'd be harsh. We're playing as UTA Arad of Romania. in the second qualifying round, second leg. So if we look at the tree, there's still 2 rounds of football to go. Or it would probably be easier just to look at the round and then rules. Thank you. So they are there. There's a long way for them to go. They're not going to get in the group stage, let's face it. They're not good enough. Bless them. Bless their little cotton socks. But ultimately, they've won a European tie, and that matters. If we look at the other team, no. There definitely isn't anything in here about seeing a nation's teams, is there? No. No. It's very annoying. I feel like it's an important thing. What did the teams from that nation do? Well, they're not going to appear in there if they did what I think they did. Man 62 shipped another 3 to lose 8-0 to Larne. And then it was St. Joseph's were the other. Oh. Lost 3-2 to Zrinjski. You can't even see it, so you can't help. Them. Zrinjski Mostar of Bosnia-Herzegovina. They lost 3-2 on aggregate. If you can just see, you can just see that behind my fat head. So, that's it. Our great white hope is now Lincoln for a team to perform better than us. And if we do quickly pop down, what's Lincoln's coefficient-y stuff? No, it's not going to be on that page, is it? It's going to be on this page and then this. Oh, there's so much clicking around to get to pertinent information. Clubs, coefficients. And then we go on a hunt. Again, be useful if this was searchable. Can we do it by nation? Oh, we can. Hello. Gibraltar. There we go. Hide filters. 207, 1.5. So they need to clock 1.5 points just to stay still. And I think that's what they've got now, is 1.5 points. So if they get knocked out in this round, they're staying still. If they go any further, they'll do better. I mean, you'd like to think against a team that you've never heard of, who play in Romania, that maybe they've got a chance. We only have to beat 1.5, which we've probably already done. But you'd like to think we're going to do more than that. Well, we are going to do more than that because we're going to play more football matches no matter what happens. Because, once again, for clarification, I'll get to some football in a minute. It'll be fun. Schedule, the competition, rules. The winner of this tie goes to, where are we even? Second qualifying round. Yes? Is it though? Champions League. Second qualifying round. Yes, that's there. Cool. 85 grand for turning up. Winners qualify for the third qualifying round. Losers qualify for the Europa League Champions Path third qualifying round. Quick pop down there to see what that looks like. That one. So it would be 2 rounds from a group stage. But 239 grand for turning up. So 239 grand for turning up in that one versus 85.5 grand for turning up in that one. Financially, it's better. We're better off. But obviously, if we lose this, we'll still fall into that playoff. I'm sure I've made that absolutely clear for you. Basically, we want to win, obviously. If we fall out of this, we'll fall into the Europa League third qualifier. If we fall out of the next round, we'll fall into the Europa League playoff. So, at some point, we need to... there's too many ifs. Archie Mayer on starting goal for this one. Beckwith, Okiowu, Jones, and Kuto are the back four, with Swiderski and G. We're going to have to get used to saying Kuto at left back, aren't we? Swiderski and G are the midfield. Stewart and Caetano are the wings. McGruer and Williams are up top. I mean, it's a solid side, isn't it? Let's not mess around. It is a solid side. Archie Mayer, this is a reasonably good chance for him to get some fitness. He can have the big number. We haven't got a big number from 23. Super Luke McCormick. I mean, I don't know what to make of Hammared-by. I feel like they're one of those teams that floats around the Champions League groups, but then I feel like I might be basing that information on about 2003. So, I mean, let's face it, real life was 7 years ago now. So, Michael Oliver's refereeing this one. Why is it always English refs? Askebris, breaking down the line, beats Kuto. Cross comes in, Okio does what a parrot away. Thoderqvist hits one from downtown, and crossbar then onto Mare, and luckily doesn't bounce back, and an offside for Scrab. Yeah, that's the thing, is that it's easy to look at group stages, qualifying rounds, and go, oh, qualifying round, yeah, we've got another qualifying round, we'll hammer through them, it'll be fine. But remember, this is the Champions League, this is not the Europa Conference League. Stewart's cross swings in deep, G with the header just onto the roof of the net. And straight away we can see these are going to be a match for us, if nothing more. But just looking at some of the teams in this draw, some of them are scary. I don't know if I've mentioned this or not, I can't remember. We will be playing against the winner of Sheriff Tiraspol versus RB Salzburg. Beep! We won't be going through the next round. I mean, maybe if we get Sheriff Tiraspol, we're better than we were last year. I'm not sure we are better than we were last year, but we're fitter than we were last year. Because last year we were playing them as our first game of any kind of the season, and that was a mistake. Williams, back to goal, finds Beckwith. There's a ball on there, he doesn't see it. Takes on Scrab, drives in across. Williams, oh, that's a shinny. He's offside anyway. But it's a bad sign for his finishing right now. And considering the lack of first 11 player registration rules for this competition, it might be our lad Reese who gets a lot more football. Williams battling well again there against Hirtqvist. Scrab down the line to Falk. Peter Falk, no. Niche, well, not Niche, just old. Soderqvist. No. Sundin to Scrab. And they're passing it around nicely. Backwards trying to get a foot in, doesn't quite get there. Sadiku, better. Soderqvist to Scrab again, and Sundin goes out wide to Peter Falk, and Stewart has not reacted, and the right back's even further up the pitch. It's a good header from Astorga, but it's from so far out, it just floats harmlessly onto the crossbar. And we get through to half time, and we're not in trouble. But, well, there's a lot of football left to be played, obviously. I'm going to make an executive decision, which is pretty much my job, and I'm going to hook Williams for Reese now. I am aware that that's a brave decision, but he's missed a lot of chances lately. Scrab's cross to Star when it's headed off the line. Caetano's picked up a niggle. I think he'll be fine. I'm less confident he'll be fine. It hasn't gone away. Hasn't gone up. It hasn't gone down, though, in terms of... We'll leave him for a minute. Now we'll take him off. His performance is dropping. Caetano off for Borke, and then McGruer dropped to left wing. That's far from ideal, but we'll do it. What's the time? 61? Is that 61? Yeah. Every time I've got the game paused, because the clock goes up just a little bit, it disappears behind the clamp for the face light. What's going on at Tiraspol? Oh, it's 3-0 Red Bull Salzburg. Right, so it's Red Bull Salzburg if we manage to make it to the next round, which at the minute isn't looking desperately likely. And let's face it, we have not got a snowflake's chance in hell against Red Bull Salzburg. So we'll just take the money at that point, take the money and run, and then we'd know we'd only be one playoff match away from a group stage. In fact, if you lose the Conference League playoff, do you not fall into the conference... Sorry, if you lose the Europa League playoff, you fall into the Conference League group stage, don't you? So we're one win tie, obviously. We're 1-0 down, by the way. We're one tie. That's poor from Mary. He doesn't come across fast enough at all, does he? Does punch the guy in the kidney as he runs past it, so that's good news. Right, so they've had more shots, but they haven't been necessarily better. G is not looking great. We'll put Box or Ronan in that role. And let's see if we can get something at home. Away goals aren't a thing anymore, so let's just go a bit more aggressive. Knock the short passing off. Well, the goalkeeper can do what he wants, to be honest with you. Yeah, just do that. Tend to play. And a goal would be nice, but obviously 1-0 in this tie in this match doesn't end the world. I'll have a quick look before we go to the next match about what I just said about qualifying for a group stage. I think we're one victorious tie away from a group stage, no matter what. And obviously we need that money. Like, we can't, especially the board have now said, oh yeah, you can have a new stadium. We need the money in the bank. We can't miss out on group stage football. And that's quite arrogant because obviously we got there once with a pretty lucky, easy run into that group. But Stewart wins it well against Falk. Reese and Borkhair in front of him. Cross comes in deep. Reese is under it. Volleys it first time, hits the crossbar, and then doesn't react to it coming back to him. We're not being outclassed. We're not being hammered. Mayer goes on the left wing. There's a minute to play. Lundqvist to Söderqvist. Need to turn this into our highlight. We've got a minute to do it. Scrab coming on the wing. Beckwith reacting well. Driven across, and it's absolute gut punch. Isaac Hordegaard makes it 2-0. And, well, it's probably not going to be a Champions League group stage. I wish there was a full tree, not just a competition tree for each competition, but like a where you end up if you win or lose off these groups tree. I might make one. I'm on night shift and there's nothing to do for 3 hours in the middle of a night shift, so I might make one. It'll be wrong because I never get my information. Happy with your performance regardless. What do you mean you're not happy to be told that? Well, I'll pick a few people up. McGrewer, Williams, Caetano, Swiderski. Okay, I'm not happy with your performance. I changed my mind. Swiderski, Beckwith, and Mayer. Below the required standard. Right. 2-0 down. It's not over by any stretch. It kind of feels like it is, actually. But it's not, technically. Champions League past second qualifying round. So, Europa League playoff rules. Playoff. Yes. So if you get to the playoff, winners go to group stage, losers go to Conference League group stage. What's the money difference between those two things? It doesn't tell you. It didn't tell me last year, did it? It's just random. You do get over £500,000 for a win in that, rather than under it, but that's fine. So basically, we need... Yeah, I'm right. We need to win one tie. If we lose this tie against Hammared-by, then we end up there? Yes, we end up here, get 240 grand for it, and the winners go in there, and the losers just die. That's interesting. If we lose the last qualifying round, we don't fall into Europe. So if we lose the next 2 in a row, we're out of Europe. Uh-oh, Scoob. Okay, so it's a big ask, but let's go see. Mayer will continue in goal despite his shaky start. We're going to put that down to sharpness. Kuto, Heaton, Jones, and Okiowu are the back forwards. Swiderski and Ronan in the middle. Stewart and McGrewer on the wings. Reese and Williams up top. This is not ideal, but Caetano is not 100%. And he's also not the very best left winger. McGrewer is a very good left winger. In fact, if we... No, I'm not going to fiddle with it. I'm not going to fiddle with it. It's fine. The tactic works sometimes. A bit. So he's dropped into McGrewer's dropped into left wing. We'd rather he was up front to tap in those juicy goals, but fine, whatever. Okiowu is going to move into right back. It's only a position swap. Okiowu is a much faster player, so I'd rather have him at right back, even though Harry Jones is probably a slightly better right back. Jones is also a solid centre half, and he has a fantastic partnership with Heaton, so we've gone with that. Okay? That's all the excuses as to why it's changed too much for us to cope. Okay? Okay, cool. I mean, we're going away to Sweden? Sweden. Norway. Sweden. Not Finland. Sweden. I'm going to have to check now, aren't I? Faith and love and charity. Oh, wait. Hope and charity. Quick. Pop out of there. Go to there. Go to there. Sweden. Called it. I knew that. Bergen, Sweden. Where the port is. Where you sail there from Newcastle. Easy. That's my next away day. It's not. It's not my next away day. I've got a home day coming up I'm quite excited about, but, you know. Encourage. Scrab to drive across in. 3 minutes and 54 seconds and the tie's over, guys. Well done. Benny Söderqvist. Oh, he's offside. The tie's not over yet. Give it another couple of minutes. Look at this stadium, though. God, we need a stadium so badly. I wish the board had been a bit ahead of the curve. Because the thing is, okay, we can't have guaranteed we were going to make a group stage last year. That was a bit of a surprise. But you could clearly see the trajectory we were going in. And no money has been spent on this stadium yet. It's literally, it's just come through as we're doing this thing to be confirmed, to be confirmed, to be confirmed. And it's going to sit there for ages on the planning table. By the time it's off the planning table, there's going to be millions in the bank. Dale McGrew just scored for us, by the way. And I told you we should be playing left wing. I told you. God, this stadium, and it's full. Holy smokes. Do we get half the gate? I bet we don't. Swiderski puts it in front of McGrew and Wiedebacher. Who knows? Not the best goalkeeping, you have to say. Tiraspol got one back against Red Bull Salzburg, which makes it 5-2 in that tie, I think. Okiawu throws into Jones. I need to check on Lincoln, don't I? Ronan to Swiderski. Out wide to Williams. And Stewart's on the overlap. He's not got there. Stewart became half Gibraltarian over the gap between pictures. McGrew through, 1-on-1. Can he finish it? Oh, he's at the post! Peter Falk hacks it away, and another thing. It's starting to get niche now, isn't it? Jones to Ronan, and I will finish my point about Stewart. Heaton to Ronan to Swiderski and Williams, and Reese is there, and McGrew is out there. McGrew taking on the fullback again, gets fouled for the penalty. I haven't forgotten the thing about Stewart. I will say the thing about Stewart. And by the way, the referee's English again. McGrew, make it a good one, mate. Come on, to bring it back to level. Drills it home, and it is 2 each. It's the hope that kills you in the end, isn't it? Right, very quickly. Stewart. Gained Gibraltarian nationality. I asked him to play for the national team, and he did a McGrew and flat refused. Now, the fact is, we have had an Albanian player decide that he probably wouldn't get any Albanian side, so he's going to play for Gibraltar instead. And obviously, we've had that with a few of the North African nations. I think we've got a Moroccan and we've got a Nigerian who have decided that their own nationality is too good. And therefore they're not. They will never play for them, and therefore they'll play for Gibraltar instead. But these two Scottish players figure they've got a chance because Swiderski drills it home, absolutely wiping out my ability to get Gary Turpey back for taking the piss. But it's there, Gary, and I'm sure you heard it. If you didn't see in the comment section, he took the piss out of the best football team in England, which is a mistake to make when you're Scottish. Anyway, we're 3-0 up in the tie. We're 3-2 up on aggregate. And suddenly, this is getting a bit scary. Scrab drills it to the back stick, and it's a good save. Mayer makes 2 good saves, and it's hacked clear. And that is getting away with murder and a half. And Mayer's match rating is now 7.1, and maybe he was a good signing. Scrab's corner comes in this time, and Jones heads it away first time. Salzburg Tiraspol is now 1-2, which makes it 6-3, I think. While we're talking about things that, since this has become that episode of things that I want SI to do, can we have the aggregate score in that sum up column, please? Because telling us that it's 1-2 between those two ties and the two teams in the second leg is about as much use as a sandpaper dildo, if we're being honest. It's absolutely of no use whatsoever. So, yeah. Shall I just message Matt? Matt? Who's Matt? Oh dear. Well, I've lost it now, haven't I? I've definitely lost it now. I'm happy with the number of shots on target so far. Keep it up. That's true. Don't see the need to change anything. We're 3-2 up. We have gotten away with 2 offside goals. McGrew gets done by Ostland, and Askebris to Ostland again, as Saduku and Astorga and so on. Askebris coming up the right wing. Kuto clawing his way back. We're doing okay marking him up, aren't we? I mean, if they're going to do that, if it goes in, you just have to hold your hands up. And if it doesn't go in, we get the ball back. 55th minute. We're 3-2 up in the tie. This is very, very tight. I wish away goals was the thing, because it would be less tight. Cracking save by Mayer again. Yeah, as soon as this highlight's over, it's worth a praise, because they're performing spectacularly. Scrab to the back stick, and it's headed away by Swiderski. Söderqvist to Hjortqvist, who hits one, and Mayer gathers that one nicely as well. Bit of praise out there. Changes? Changes. Why has everyone got 100% green? That's not right. They haven't. Ah, you see? That's... Can we have... There we go. That's a bit more realistic, isn't it? Should we give Swidersky a hook? Because he's starting to look a bit tired in there. Boxall I'm going to bring on. Last time I put him in that role, I thought, oh, he's not really attack-minded. But he performed an absolute miracle. So, Reese is having a poor game. Are we going to do anything about that, do we reckon? I'm not sure we are. If we do what? We could bring on Caetano, we could put Stewart up top, or we could bring on Caetano and put McGruer up top. Ooh, that sounds tasty when he's on a hat-trick, doesn't it? Let's do that. 64th minute. Astorga back to Sadiku. McGruer's marking well. Astorga again. Hits one off the frame of the goal. And, you know, if we do manage to get through this, we will have some donations to make at the local temple. I'll tell you. Like, we are... Yeah, we've been lucky. Scrab's crossed to the back stick, and this one we're not so lucky with. Johan Starr brings it back to level. 3-1 on the day, 3-3 on aggregate. Let's hope that's not a complete momentum shift, shall we? Let's just do some hoping. Because hope always works. It's definitely not the hope that kills you in the end. Peter Falk, I think they've had a rocket at half time, haven't they? The manager has gone in and said, "What on earth are you playing at? Get on with it." Cross to the centre, Sadku to Fredriksson. If we can get a toe in, we've got a break on. Lundqvist to Hordegaard. Got to get the toe in first. And no, to the ball, Kuto, not to the player. And they've got a penalty back. Lundqvist to bury it. And it is the hope that kills you in the end. But you have to say, we've looked really solid in this match. We've shown some real resilience. To put 3 goals in away from home in Sweden, I mean, Gibraltar to Sweden is not a short trip. That is what when you take Russia out of the equation, it's one of the longest trips in Europe. And yeah, go with a demand more. We'll go very attacking. Stewart's over a ball. He's not. He's not anymore. We've got 8 minutes to play. We've got Borke on the bench. I mean, that's the problem, isn't it? We're just not quite got the depth. We could push Stewart up top to make it 3. Put Caetano in there, but he doesn't like it. That's inconvenient. Does Williams like it? McGruer likes it, but I think putting him behind the line isn't the way to go. Is this the solution? This is probably not the solution. Okay. Right. Okiowu can play centre-half. I know, but we've got 8 minutes to score a goal, so who cares? Borke up top as a target forward. Can you do that? You're kind of tall, aren't you? You can kind of head it. Yeah, go on then. Target forward support. Doesn't like it. Never mind. I mean, I've played aggressive formations in my time, but holy smokes. I think maybe we'll counter it by bringing Boxall back to maybe advanced playmaker. He can't pass, but, you know, he'll do. 8 to play. Very attacking. We're playing, what, a 3-2-5 formation at the minute? It's not enough. 92, 93, and it is over. It is the hope that kills you in the end, but ooh, that was more exciting than anyone saw coming, wasn't it? Unlucky. Very unlucky. Everyone has had a better game today. Archie Mayer 6.9 is incredibly harsh. And where do we need to look? I mean, I'm looking at Salzburg. It finished 3-3, so 8-4 on aggregate. We need to go hunt down the Europa League. No, the Conference League. They won't have done their game yet. Grammar. Where are you, Lincoln? They're 3-0 down on the Romanians. Okay, so that's probably over then. 85.5 grand there. We've cancelled a friendly, and we're playing Flora Tallinn of Estonia at Le Coq Arena. Make your own jokes. I'm not doing it. 43 quid for a season ticket up there. So yes, if we Right. Back to the topic. We have to beat Flora Tallinn. Hopefully that's not that difficult. I don't want to go into it arrogant. We have just had our noses bloodied, but if we can beat Flora Tallinn, we have got European football next year. I mean, this year. I mean, soon. But what am I even looking at? The Champions of Right. If we lose to Flora Tallinn, it is over. And basically the season's over, and I've got to play through like 10 months of football to get to the point where it's an episode worth recording. We won't bet beat them, haven't we, really? Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please do like, sub up if you are new, and I will see you whenever the hell I'm due to release a video. What even day is it? Night shifts are a bugger.